Metal benching, A9442 metal. Metal benching is selected by growers who do not mind a higher initial cost in return for extended durability, life, and generally better appearance. Most metal benching is pre-manufactured and made from a combination of aluminum and galvanized steel in order to prevent rusting. Bench top is usually made of expanded galvanized metal to give support to the plants, ensure good drainage, and resist rusting. Expanded metal also provides a fairly level surface, which is important in circumstances where flood irrigation is being used. The bench stand is usually made of galvanized steel to support both the weight of the bench and its contents. The stand may either be fixed or adjustable height. Metal benching may be set up in either a fixed or movable arrangement. Picture of wire bench top. Plastics. A9443 plastics. Molded polyethylene, thermoplastics, or interlocking polystyrene benches have also become more readily available to greenhouse growers. The open grid formation on the deck surface in some applications allows for pot drainage and aeration around the plants. Plastic benches are low cost, lightweight, require minimal maintenance, but lack durability over long term due to degradation by the sun rays. EBB and flooded EBB flow and trough benches take from form of plastic inserts that fits onto a bench top. These tops are molded plastic and are watertight. EBB and flood troughs are designed to allow for the bench to be temporarily flooded or to allow immersion of the bottom of the pots, then drained off after a short period. Water is drawn up against the gravity into the pot media through a process known as capillary action. Since water is drained, this allows for recovery and recirculation of water and dissolved fertilizer for subsequent reuse. Picture of plastic flood inserts, EBB and flood style benches. Container benches, also called pallet benches or Dutch trays, offer some of the most sophisticated technology that is available for benching. Systems such as these permit handling of plant material from seed to shipping while it remains situated on a bench. Trays are moved automatically under guidance of computers. Individual plants stay on the same bench until they are sold. Thus, rather than individual plants being moved repeatedly, the entire greenhouse bench is moved to a central site to be worked on, then moved back to the greenhouse. This results in considerable labor and time savings. Individual plants being moved repeatedly. The entire greenhouse bench is moved to central site to be worked on and then moved back to the greenhouse. Historically, crops were grown on floors since growers often could not afford to build or purchase benches. Today, some crops remain as floor-grown crops to reduce cost and take advantage of growing applications such as flood floors and or heated floors. Very tall crops such as tomatoes and cucumbers perform well when placed onto the floor. These crops have their canopies start closer to the floor when compared to placing plants onto benches. In effect, the greater amount of vertical space is exploited for growing. Floors are usually more economical and flexible in terms of space utilization, but come with other challenges that are associated with cleanliness, increased pet infection, reduced air movement, increased difficulty in transportation of containers, and lower worker friendliness. Oh my goddamn knees all day. A9. Benching system. 6. Alternatives to greenhouse benching. 6.1. Types of growing floors. Natural soil, limited for floral crops only. Poor drainage. Sand and gravel, used mainly by hobby growers. Grow cloth, installed over a well-drained gravel bed, will provide inexpensive indoor and outdoor growing floors that will last for many years. Concrete. Concrete is now the predominant floor growing surface. Floors are sloped to ensure proper drainage with a trough system for collection of excess irrigation water. Concrete gives the best environmental protection since little or no water is lost to the ground. Concrete can also be readily sanitized between crops to reduce pest infestation as part of a good integrated pest management program. Underfloor and hydroponic heated floors improve the microclimate around floor-grown crops by placing the heat at the base of the plant. This allows for increased energy savings as well as improved control of root and foliage temperatures. Flood floors or EBB and flood floors have the same benefits as do bench-based systems, but combine a heated floor system with a recirculating irrigation system. Heated floors are typically more expensive to install when compared to benches or other floor growing systems. Woo! Concrete. A9, 6.2. Alternatives to greenhouse benching, overhead growing. Overhead growing usually consists of hanging baskets that are hung above head height and over another bench or grown crop. Advantages include the usage of otherwise free space that the grower is already heating and cooling, plus an excellent growing climate. Disadvantages include potential compromise in the quality of crop below due to shading and dripping, difficulty in accessing the hanging crop, added irrigation installation expense, and additional crop load requirements for the greenhouse structure itself. Now, another type of overhead growing is the use of elevated troughs to grow strawberries, for example. The strawberry fruit hangs directly at head height and makes for easier picking. Ooh, no strawberry bench pictures. A9, 7. Summary. Just as was found when it comes to selecting type of coverings for your greenhouse, even something as lowly as a greenhouse bench possess nearly as many questions that need to be answered. What materials work best? Are longevity or crop suitability bigger issues than cost? Does a grower require one type of bench to fit their needs, or is a selection of benching types more appropriate? Are there environmental issues that might not be an important issue today, but may become more so in the future, and so on and so forth? It's important to have an idea of the interior space within a greenhouse that is available for the installation of benching. The idea of the interior space within a greenhouse that is available for the installation of benching. Much greenhouse benching is actually sized to some extent to go into typically sized greenhouse structures. This then leaves the grower with simpler decisions to make regarding materials used, whether rolling versus non-rolling benches are necessary, etc. Many greenhouses have a variety of benching in them. This is often a reflection of changes in crops being grown, or some cases reflects that better price was offered on one style versus another. All in all, the primary role of the bench is to provide a surface on which to grow plants. That's the whole module.
Daddy, can you get me off this big boat?
Oh my gosh, probably. We'll see. See you later.